arm of strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you can be next. You better give respect, cause ain't nobody.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Uncut Podcast, episode 5, part number 1 for my WWE Monday Night Raw review for August 8, 2016. Man, I really ain't got shit to say. This show was fucking terrible. It was lazy, bad comedy, bad writing, you name it. It was just a horrible fucking show. Only two things good that came out of the show that was worth building up for, and that was for the Universal Championship. As horrible as that name is, I hope that belt is badass, man. I said the same thing about the logo. As horrible as the logo is, I hope that they make it look badass with the transitions and shit. Although I didn't say that on the on that video. Or should I say in that video? I didn't say that in that video. But they really made it look badass. So I'm confident that they're going to make the Universal Championship look badass. I hope they do. They better. Because that belt looks anything like the WWE Championship that we have now. Oh, you got a huge rant coming. And that's a promise. Usually I don't guarantee anything because sometimes I forget and never do it. But I promise you. I promise you. Hopefully they reveal the goddamn belt already. They should have did that this week. As a matter of fact, no, they should have did it last week. They announced it the week before. They should have announced it they announced it 2 weeks ago is what I meant to say. They announced it 2 weeks ago. And they should have revealed it the week after. Maybe, actually, no, I don't mind them taking a lot of time. I damn near got the Twitch out of Jeff ass. Y'all know who Jeff is, right? I'm not going to say Slag Daddy. You'll never hear me say Slag Daddy on this channel, even though I just did twice. Basically what I'm saying is you'll never hear me call him that. I'm not going to call him that. That's gay as fuck for another man to say. He can call himself that, but I ain't calling him that. The Lex Man calls me that. I'm not saying that he's gay or anything, I'm just saying. God damn it. It's a fucking podcast, not a regular video. I can't edit that out. Well, I can. If I want to, but I'm doing this in podcast format, so. Fuck. I'm sorry. I mean, he does call him that, though. I mean, the first time I heard him say, you know, Schlag Daddy from the Off the Road show, I'm like, what the, whoa, what the fuck did you just call him? That's the first thing that popped up in my head when I heard him call him that. God damn, why would another man call you a Schlag Daddy? Come on now. I'm just saying, no disrespect to him or the Lex Man. I'm just saying, when that name was just kind of gay for another man to say. Just leave that to the females, man. If they're already. Sorry. Just joking again. Sorry. Anyway, man, this show was very uneventful. It was lazy, bad comedy, bad writing. This was very close to being one of the worst Raws. Well, actually, it was one of the worst Raws of 2016. But it was very close to being the worst Raw of 2016. That's how it still goes to the 4th of July edition of Monday Night Raw, because that Raw was absolutely fucking horrible. I didn't even watch the show, but I watched clips on YouTube, and I watched reviews, and based on reviews and those clips that I seen on YouTube, the show was absolutely horrible. They had stupid-ass segments. They had Titus O'Neil looking like he was trying out for the Globetrotters. It's just, bruh, all over the place, man. And this show was damn near identical to that show, except we didn't have any poor 4th of July segments. You know, these holiday shows, man, holiday Raws are the worst Raws. I think Christmas Raws still are the worst Raws of all time. Only good Christmas Raws that we got were when Stone Cold was dressed up as Santa Claus and he just stunned everybody and drank eggnog, yo. Well, beer, but we just gonna say it's eggnog for the sake of Christmas. Even though Christmas is only 5 months away, but still. 4 months. My math was off a little bit. But anyway, I don't even want this intro to carry on any longer. We're just going to go in and hop into the review. Usually I take about 7 or 8 minutes just to talk about the show, and then we hop into the review. You know, which is why these reviews always go about 30 minutes. But we're not going to do that this time. We're going to try to get this shit done in less than 15 minutes. And that's a promise. Unless this shit goes about 17 or 18 minutes. But still, I don't want this shit to go that goddamn long. So let's just go ahead and get started. I just want to, get off this shit and just do something else. So I can entertain myself before I go to bed. I ain't going to bed until like 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's 1 minute to 2 o'clock. God damn it. Shit. Thought it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, yo. I'll tell you now, this review probably won't go until about 6. I'm going to schedule it though. I'm going to schedule the review for 6 in the morning. I'm not going to put up any videos at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to schedule this video for 6 o'clock in the morning. So if anybody's up, pretty sure everybody's up. It's the summertime. So if anybody's up at 6 o'clock in the morning, this video is going to go up at that time. Gotta get the thumbnail ready though. But anyway, let's start off. Let's start the fucking review. Start off with Enzo and Cass kicking off the show with Jericho and Kevin Owens in the microphone war. That's pretty much microphone heaven. It was out there killing it on the microphone, just roasting each other, talking all kinds of shit. Jericho brings up Jimmy Marvin Luther. I'm surprised I didn't butcher that fucking name. Jimmy Marvin Luther. Or is it Jimmy Marvin Luther? Whatever. Jericho should keep that up, just making up names and shit. That's actually hilarious. I like that. This segment was nothing special. It just led to a match between Jericho and Enzo that didn't mean anything. Jericho won via DQ. And it pretty much sets up a match for SummerSlam. Jericho and Kevin Owens will face Enzo and Cass. We all knew that was going to happen. So, do I care? No. It should be Enzo and Cass versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championship. They can win the big one, finally win the big one in their hometown. Or should I just say home? Just saying. Or you could have just said, they love multi-man tag matches so much. They're horny for multi-man tag matches. I mean, they do it for WrestleMania every fucking year. And SummerSlam every year. So why not? Fatal 4-way tag team championship match. New Day, Enzo and Cass. Jericho and Kevin Owens and Gallows and Anderson. Come on, man. Is it that hard to book a match like that? Of course, they want to take the easy route. And then fuck it up. Anyway, after that, we got Mick Foley making a match between Sasha Banks and Dana Brooke. Gave a stipulation. Do I care? No. Why? Because Dana Brooke botches a lot. She's terrible in the ring. She's better than Eva Marie, but still. Sasha Banks wins. Dana's banned from ringside at SummerSlam. If Dana wins, in which she has no chance in hell, taking a page out of Vince McMahon's playbook, theme song. When she wins, she'll be added to the Women's Championship match. Why would it be a handicap match though? That makes no sense. Why not triple threat? Doesn't that make sense? They said it would be a handicap match. Triple threat. If it's a Women's Championship match, it should not be a handicap match. I just thought about that. If it's a Women's Championship match, or championship match, period, it should not be a handicap match. Have a singles match or a triple threat match. Handicap match makes no fucking sense. God damn. I thought Mick Foley was general manager. I didn't know Kurt Angle was still general manager. Come on now. Remember Kurt Angle was general manager back in 2004? Bruh. I went to SmackDown one time and this was when he was faking his injury, sitting in a wheelchair and shit. Where he had Luther Reigns and Martin Jindrak as his cronies. Bruh. Yeah, remember Luther Reigns? That dude never got over. Dude was terrible. But he made a World Heavyweight Championship match. It was a fucking tag team. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a tag team match. And he put the World Heavyweight Championship and the Tag Team Championships on the line. I'm like, what the fuck? What sense does that make? You know, that's what the brand split was back in the day, man. That's exactly how it was. And that's what this segment reminded me of, man. Reminded me of Kurt Angle as general manager. Probably one of the worst general managers in history. I mean, he wasn't that bad of a general manager. He was entertaining, but when it comes to making matches, he was just terrible. But anyway, no offense to Kurt Angle. I love Kurt Angle, but as a general manager, he's... yeah. Anyway, after that, P. Diddy came in the room, dapped up Mick Foley. the whole point of having P. Diddy on the show was to promote the soundtrack for WWE 2K17. Do you obviously think that smart marks like me, as well as everybody else, care about the fucking soundtrack for WWE 2K17? Fuck no. I don't. I really don't. Only thing I care about is who's on the roster, what game modes we have, and what match types we have. You know? And if they're going to update WWE Universe, because WWE Universe has been the same since 2012. Well, WWE 12, I should say. It's been the same. They just added a few new things to it, but they never fixed it. They never tweaked it or anything. You know, they never added any cutscenes to it. It's pretty much the same old shit. Same with my career. It's the same old shit. One thing I hope for my career is that all of the goddamn the skill points that you get, hopefully they give us more skill points for matches that we win in VC, because the goddamn abilities and the skills and shit, it costs too fucking much. Is it WWE 2K or NBA 2K? It's too fucking much. 45,000 goddamn VC for a second finisher. Actually, no, 90,000. And it's hard to get to 90,000, man. Just like NBA 2K16, it's hard as shit to game VC like that. If you're not playing a Hall of Fame, get the 2-time multiplier, but you try to level up your dude and VC just goes. Just like that. Come on, 2K. Fix that shit. To be completely honest, I really don't care one way or another. I mean, I am going to get the game day one, but fuck the game. Anyway, this was not the only comedy segment. Well, it wasn't a comedy segment. It was unintentionally funny. But this was like the only segment that was unintentionally funny that I liked, for real. New Day came out of nowhere with the Booty-O's, of course, without Biggie. And P. Diddy said, "How's Biggie's nuts?" Like, that was the only thing funny that they had on the show. Everything else was forced, pretty much. It was forced. Aside from his own cast. Everything else is just forced. Yeah. Also, I think one of the main reasons why the show was so fucking bad is because maybe they scrapped whatever they was going to do with P. Diddy, because he got booed, and they didn't want him to get booed worse than he already did when he was backstage. He got booed while he was backstage. Bad. I guess he was supposed to come out to the ring and talk about the I think he was supposed to talk about WWE 2K17, the soundtrack, not the actual game. He was supposed to come out and talk about the soundtrack, and maybe he was going to talk about the SummerSlam concert that nobody gives a fuck about. I mean, if you build up SummerSlam as bad as they are now, who the hell is going to care about the concert? You're building up towards SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the year, pretty much the second WrestleMania. To be completely honest, they're going that WrestleMania build route. WrestleMania's build was fucking horrible, and then the show was even worse. I have a feeling that SummerSlam is going to be bad, man. SummerSlam is probably going to be just as bad, if not worse, than WrestleMania, if they continue on this route, man. And that's real. Anyway, we got Braun Strowman versus Gerald Nelson. Gerald Nelson, local jobber, who actually got an entrance. I'm surprised the jobber actually got an entrance on Raw. Are they watching NXT? Who knows? Braun Strowman beats the shit out of Gerald Nelson. Hopefully this is the last goddamn squash match for Braun Strowman. 2 is enough, but 3? Come on now. I'm glad they kept Nia Jax off the show. It would have been a waste of her time. This whole goddamn show was a get off my TV segment, man. It really was. Anyway, after that, Seth Rollins cuts a promo. He actually came out and cut a promo. Pretty much said that he would slay the demon at WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, SummerSlam. It feels like WrestleMania. And that's in a bad way. Just saying. Well, he wants to slay the demon at SummerSlam. And he says that he will. He didn't say demon, but still. Bars. Shit right. After that, we got Cesaro versus Sheamus. Decent match. Crowd chanting, "This is awesome." It's a casual crowd. What do you expect? The match was not awesome, though. The match was an okay match, man. Better than last week's match, but still an okay match. After that, we got Orton and Lesnar. 15 years in the making. How many fucking times are they going to do this 15 years in the making shit? They don't know how long they actually been in the company. especially Lesnar. He hasn't been in the company that long. He came to the WWE, I think in 2000. I think he debuted in 2000. OVW. He was in OVW for 2 years. Orton and Lesnar together at the same time. I don't know. It might have been 2001 actually. I think they debuted in 2001 in OVW. They got called up to the main roster in 2002. Started at the same time. I wouldn't really say main event, but Brock Lesnar rose to the top in 2002. In his rookie year, won the WWE Championship, beat The Rock, 2003 or 2002. Don't remember exactly which year it was that he did beat Brock. Not beat Brock. Brock beat Brock. Goddamn, I don't remember exactly what year he beat The Rock. I think it was 2003. Might have been. Then he left in 2004. So you can't possibly say that this is 15 years in the making. He left in 2004 and didn't come back until 2012. He was in UFC all that time. So you can't possibly say that it's 15 years in the making. Come on now. Come on. So it's not 15 years in the making. They're just embarrassing themselves. Again, because they did it with AJ Styles and John Cena. 15 years in the making. John Cena was only on top in 2005. He started in 2000. Wait, he debuted in 2002 as a complete nobody. Turned heel in 2003 with the Dr. Thugonomics gimmick. And 2004 turned face, became a somebody. Not everybody liked him, but he was definitely somebody, a little bit. But he really became a somebody in 2005. But by 2006, he became annoying. 2005 all the way to 2015, that's 10 years in the making, not 15. Get your fucking math right, man. Meanwhile, AJ Styles is out there making himself into a superstar, as well as Gallows and Anderson. TNA, I almost said Lucha Underground. I wish they weren't Lucha Underground. But TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, they became superstars and they dominated. They fucking dominated. They come to WWE, they became jokes. PG'd them up. I still can't get over the fact that AJ Styles said what he said to Xavier Woods on that one episode of Raw. Oh, there's Bray Wyatt. There's Bray Wyatt. Oh, you were scared. You were scared. Are you serious? Are you really going to turn these three guys into a fucking joke? Hopefully, man. Hopefully after SummerSlam, they really do the Balor Club thing. Apparently they didn't drop the goddamn trademark like it was reported in the fucking dirt sheets. Apparently it was only a rumor. And maybe the people with the Baylor Club, people that tried to sue, maybe they got over it. Maybe that rumor about the suing was just a rumor. Maybe that was fake. Who knows? But they did not drop the Balor Club trademark, so it's still up. And I'm actually happy about it. They're going to be sticking to their guns and not giving in to the bullshit from whatever university that was. But that was not 15 years in the making. You build up false advertising is only going to hurt the feud even more than it already has. Come on, man. Learn to build it up with... You know what? Let me not even say that. Moving on, man. Moving on. Like I said, they started in OVW. They got caught up in 2002. Lesnar left in 2004 and did come back to 2012. So how can that possibly be 15 years in the making? Same with AJ Styles and John Cena. AJ Styles was out there making a superstar of himself in TNA, ROH, New Japan. While John Cena was out here making a fool out of himself in 2005 all the way to 2010. Not 2010. 2005 all the way to 2015, now 2016. Pandering to the crowd just to get a cheap pop. That's not 15 years in the fucking making. Get your facts straight, WWE. Stop false advertising. Anyway, after that, we got Adrian Neville versus... I wish it was Adrian Neville versus Sin Cara, because that would have made this match a little more meaningful. But Adrian Neville and Sin Cara versus the Dudleys. Who the fuck cares? Sin Cara and AJ Styles. Sin Cara and Adrian Neville won the match. Miscommunication between Devon and Bubba Ray. Nobody gives a shit. At this point, I think it's time for the Dudleys to just retire, man. They're not doing anything with them. They turned heel. I mean, they came back, they didn't do shit with them. They turned heel, still ain't do shit with them. So what the fuck is the point of having them on the show? I'm surprised that they actually were on the show because they haven't been on the show since being drafted, but still. What's the point of having them on the show? If they're just going to job. Right now, they're just certified jobbers. They haven't won a match since... Shit, I don't remember the last time they won a match. So who the fuck cares about the Dudleys now? If I want to watch who the Dudleys really are, I can watch the Dudleys on the WWE Network for $9.99. Cheap plug. Anyway, we got the worst segment of the night. We got Rusev and Lana's wedding celebration. It was very pointless, very boring. I would cue the Family Guy scene right now, but why even bother? You know that one scene where Peter Griffin went back to school and we were sitting at the desk and the teacher was talking about all this shit, trying to teach the class, and Peter Griffin wasn't listening. He said, "Oh my God, who the hell cares?" I would so play that segment, that scene right now, but to avoid a copyright claim and even a strike, because I got someone got that copyright claim last week. I want to avoid that as much as possible, so I'm not even going to play that scene. It's just a terrible segment overall. Of course, Roman Reigns crashes the party. We all seen that coming. Hella predictable. And he just gets handed a U.S. title shot. I thought we were over that. I thought this was a new era. New era. People earn championships, not get handed championships. Just last week, Mark Henry got handed a U.S. title shot. Didn't do shit for it. Now Roman Reigns gets handed a title shot and didn't do shit for it. Didn't even win a match for it. Didn't even beat Rusev for it. All he did was Superman punch his ass and just got a title shot out of nowhere. No pun intended. Come on, man. And to make things even worse, Roman Reigns is out here cracking jokes and shit. So are we really back to the shit that we booed him for? Oh my goodness, yo. Are we really going back to the Sucker Succotash shit? Huh? Are we really? You going back to the Jack and the Beanstalk shit? You going back to the Tater Tot shit? Please don't go back to that. Just turn them heel and you can avoid all that shit. After that, you got Sasha Banks versus Dana Brooke. Very underwhelming and predictable. Sasha Banks wins in 2 minutes. Who cares? We got a promo from Finn Balor, which is pretty much the best segment of the night. And we got the complete meaning of his name. Unfortunately, I can't talk about this segment any longer because I don't remember anything that happened in this segment. The reason why is because this show just dragged out so bad and so much that I forgot everything that happened on the show that was good. Because I got all the bad shit on my mind right now. All the shit that nobody cared about. This is still on my mind. And just like this next segment. We got a horrible fucking comedy segment with Gallows and Anderson, or should I say Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson. They're talking about Biggie's nuts and shit, and they said he has ring post-itis. What kind of bullshit? Who the fuck wrote that? Who wrote that shit? That's exactly what I mean by bad comedy, fam. They're really making a joke out of Gallows and Anderson. And AJ Styles. They're really fucking... I really wish they didn't come to the WWE. They could have went back to TNA and made TNA better. Oh, for real. TNA can only go so far with the broken Matt Hardy and the final deletion and shit. They can go so far with that, but with AJ Styles back, it could really bring back momentum and credibility to the show. Because right now TNA is still shit. Yeah. AJ Styles, the Bullet Club, taking over TNA. Oh yeah, that really would have made TNA must watch. Yeah, it really would have. What they're doing in WWE right now is just... Then you got Luke Gallows versus Kofi Kingston, which meant nothing. Luke Gallows beat Kofi Kingston in about a minute. And then we got what we were waiting for the whole show. Mick Foley invited Daniel Bryan to the show. We wondered why he invited him. No particular reason. They didn't even say shit. Come on, man. They didn't really say much. Only reason, now that I'm thinking about it, only reason Mick Foley invited Daniel Bryan to the show was so he can get a public apology. Because of what Bryan said on Talking Smack, which nobody watched on the WWE Network for $9.99. She plugged again. Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack was basically talking shit about the name of the new title, Universal Championship. Pretty much what we all said. And he said in his own words that the name of the championship is fucking terrible. Universal Championship. What's next? Interspecies Championship, Milky Way Tag Team Championships, and I agree. We couldn't have said it best, bro. Of course, we got the neckbeard that most people call him. Of course, we got Daniel Bryan of all people talking shit about the Raw Championship. I don't know if it's scripted or not, but I found that kind of hilarious. Even though I didn't watch that shit. But still, I agree. And I don't think he needs to publicly apologize to him. Maybe they should change the name. Maybe they actually missed another opportunity to change the fucking name. And then Rusev came out. I'm like, oh god, what's gonna happen now? He starts talking shit to Daniel Bryan, and he kisses Mick Foley's ass and calls him the greatest general manager in the history of mankind. I caught that when he said. I like what he said. And this is all came out. Of course, he's not bad on the mic. He's not good on the mic, but he's handed a U.S. Championship match. They say he's earned it. He didn't beat the champion. If you didn't beat the champion, then you don't get a championship match. That's just how I see it. He didn't beat the champion. So 3 people in less than a month got handed a U.S. Championship match. Mark Henry, very undeserving because he didn't do shit for it. His first match back, and you get a championship match. Roman Reigns got demoted to the mid-card, and now he all of a sudden gets a U.S. Championship match. I wouldn't be surprised if he won the damn thing. And then Cesaro, I don't mind him being in the U.S. Championship picture as long as he gets a legit shot and wins the goddamn title. As far as I'm concerned, Cesaro just needs to be traded to SmackDown because they're not doing shit with them on Raw and putting them in the same matches. And of course, we have a late match. You got Rusev versus Cesaro. Rusev defeated Cesaro, retained the championship because Sheamus gets involved. And that's the end of the show. That's pretty much it. And we down there with 30 minutes again. Who cares, man? I'm just happy I just got through this goddamn show. Terrible fucking show. Hope SmackDown Live does better. Although I hate that name, SmackDown Live. But I hope they do better tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's show. Last week's show wasn't bad. It was decent. Did I review last week's show? Yeah, I did. I reviewed with NXT and Cruiserweight Class. I just didn't thoroughly review the shit like I usually do. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up like a kind of guy. Oh man, this show left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm about to go downstairs, get some chicken, grab a drink, and I shall see y'all tomorrow. Record some reactions tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna record some reactions tonight. No, man, I'm too tired to do that. Whatever, yo. I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. Bye.